It's Christina Forbes here again. So, I finished watching the end of the evidence three, there are two, pardon me, and there's a few things that I actually wanted to touch more on and kind of present that I didn't get a chance to last time, and so what I thought I'd do is do that today. So, but first of all, what I want to talk about is how Lauren's doing. Lauren, so far, has just about finished writing his entrance exam into drafting and is doing very well. Linda Weaver, the disabilities liaison for North Island College, has been just absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for all the help that you are giving Lauren. Uh, it's wonderful. You guys are a fantastic college. Um, been a lot of help. It's good, and Lauren feels good inside too. For he's not losing his marbles. So he's got the last part to finish this evening at 6 o'clock. He's going to go and do the advanced math. I don't know if anybody knows much about drafting or whatever. It's not really a career choice that Lauren chose at all. His vocational rehabilitation officer, Sheila Wasakisi, decided his future for him. And I don't know if she checked really on his injuries and the mobility problems that he has, because it is documented throughout his case that he does have mobility problems. How he's supposed to draw. There's a lot of manual drawing and drafting, so I don't know why she would do that. That's I think injured workers should have a choice in the career that they choose to go out and see in the future, and provide for their family. A couple of things that I didn't get to talk about last time or show you last time was that I really want to talk about was the money. How his rehabilitation claims costs keep going up, and healthcare costs keep going up, but he's not receiving any rehabilitation or health care or medication from them or any sort of ergonomic help or counseling. So that's kind of interesting. I've got some of his stubs here just to show you what I'm talking about maybe where the money's going. In um, where was the name that was there? So from here's a good example right here. From March 2008 to March 2008, the healthcare living rehabilitation expenses were $124,224. By March 31st to April 13th, 2008, his healthcare rehabilitation expenses were $123,318.76. So that's kind of interesting. But yet, for some reason, his wage loss in 3 years hasn't made it over $33,974.26, which is what WorkSafeBC says he made the year that he was injured. So how come 3 years later he's only at $33,974? So that's where's the fucking money going? People check out your stubs. Like I'm not even joking. Where's the money going? What's it going to? Because it ain't going to Lauren in rehab or healthcare. What I'd like to talk about too is how WorkSafeBC, when he broke his back, it was mysteriously changed to bruises and contusions. During that time, he sent him to one competitions Darcy along with his back, and then WorkSafeBC sent him back to Darcy when he fell and broke both of his arms. And what I'm showing you here is a 2-page letter that Darcy wrote to Chris Winkler, stating that one injury is pretty much a direct result of the first. So long story short, a couple of paragraphs here about what Lauren's injuries are and his flexibility and mobility problems. I'm just going to skim right to the bottom where it says, "It is my impression from these findings that Lauren's injury had not recovered fully over the time since he last visited July 2005. He possibly may have re-aggravated the injury as well, setting him back slightly in his range of motion, as seen on assessment. It is my opinion Lauren needed further treatment at the time that he left the office in July 2008 and would possibly still be receiving treatment for such injuries if the most recent injury to his forearms had not occurred. I hope this gives you some insight into his case so that his claim can be reopened in the near future so that treatment can be given." See, when Lauren fell and broke both of his arms, they refused to treat his back. They refused to, but no matter how many times Darcy tried and the wonderful people at Rehab Emotion tried to say, we've got to treat his back in order to treat his arms. You can't do rehab for his arms if we can't treat his back. And Workers' Compensation refused to open his fucking back claim, although it was an accepted claim, even if they did mysteriously change it to bruising and contusions. So anyways, eventually they did have to reopen it briefly so that Darcy could do rehab on both. And as you can see here, Darcy Laurie, yours sincerely, from Rehab in Motion in Campbell River. But you know what? WorkSafeBC should have got a clearance letter from Darcy stating that he was ready to go back to work. But like I said in other videos, there was no fucking clearance letter for Lauren to go back to work. So what happened to their whole early and safe return to work fucking plan that they promote all over the fucking place? Their flyers. You know what? Early safe return to work means safe return to work. When the physicians and tending people to the injured worker agree that it is safe to return to work. But they let him go back to work, and as a result, a couple months later, bam, he fell and shattered both of his arms, and now we're fighting with you. So, wow. You know what, people? There's no such thing as early safe return to work. It's WorkSafeBC's fucking tactic to get you the fuck back out of there because their short-term disability ones are the ones where they can jack up the fucking rates and make more money. That's all it is. It's just one big fucking ploy for WorkSafeBC to fucking make money. Well, your fucking plan in early safe return to work has seriously injured my husband. There was no fucking clearance letter given. I do believe that's against even WorkSafeBC's own fucking policy. I do have to keep these things to 10 minutes or it's really hard to load on YouTube, so I think I'm probably going to overrun on this one. Please check on the evidence part 4. I'm going to carry on. We're going to talk about how WorkSafeBC says that, Dr. Dawn Scruton, who's been a physician for 35 plus years and has, specialties as long as my forearm, is not qualified to state whether or not Lauren has CRPS or is disabled or whether or not he's able to return to work or whatever. Because they don't acknowledge anything that she sends them. WorkSafeBC doesn't accept anything that his current Dr. Bell sees him for. Nothing. Unless it's got Dr. fucking Gershman's name on it, it's not valid apparently. But what I'm looking at right here, as you can see there, was Workers' Compensation. Dr. Scruton had wrote injuries, the C-spine and upper thoracic contusion with T8, T11, and T12 wedge compression fractures, contusion, crushing, and bruising. Lauren feels that he is beating his head against a brick wall as far as getting WCB to believe his disabilities. WCB seems to feel there is nothing wrong with him and that he should go back to work at his usual job, which is drywalling. I feel he is not fit to do manual work, although apparently Jim Whitehead at WCB says I'm not qualified to give this opinion. This is causing Lauren a lot of stress, and he is not sleeping, and he is financially having a hard time supporting his wife and children. So, that was a year after September 21st, 2006, so that's interesting. Even his own doctor is like, what the fuck? And it's like beating your head against a fucking brick wall dealing with these bastards. I'm so sincerely sorry that injured workers have to do this, and that, our qualified practitioners, according to WorkSafeBC, aren't qualified. 35 years in the job and the woman's not qualified, but yet Dr. Gershman, who got his fucking residency out of Manitoba, is more qualified than Dr. Scruton. Holy fuck.